yarn and shenanigans again. Welcome back. We've obviously been on hiatus. Life is crazy. And someone forgot to knit all of 2022 until like last week where I decided I needed 4 sweaters in a week.
It's winter. We need sweaters.
Unless it's today where it's 77 degrees.
It's 80 degrees when I came up.
My AC is on in the house. And obviously, we've just celebrated Halloween. Halloween is a big deal in the Fleming household. And every room gets decorated a different theme. Kristin may or may not have experienced the bathroom yet, but if you have not, I'm sorry. It's a lot of Halloween in there. And we have a special guest with us today.
We do.
This is Eddie Detter. We have 2 skeletons in our house named after great 80s and 90s artists. His name is David Boney, who is obviously named after David Bowie, and Eddie Detter. Eddie Detter. So, so that's that. And now that it's not Halloween, I'm refusing to give it up. And so here we are in the dining room in the cobweb cave. So, yeah.
Looks great.
Yeah, well, welcome back, Kristin.
It's great to be here. Good to see you.
Yeah. I feel like, did you ever watch the Martha Stewart, like, Good Time skits on SNL where they're, like, the radio, they're on the NPR, and she's like, good times. It's hilarious.
Yes, they were very good.
Yeah, that was awesome. So, I have not been doing a lot of knitting until last week when I got really motivated for Halloween knitting, and then didn't finish anything for Halloween. Like, literally the day before Halloween, I was like, you remember the Hocus Pocus set that you got me? I pulled it out and I was like, I'm going to knit that partition sock with those mini skeins. And I got it out, and I got it on the yarn ball winder, which, by the way, I got an electric yarn ball winder. You guys, life-changing. We will meet her. It took me practically a whole year to figure out how to work her correctly. It's a little bit of a learning curve and a lot of YouTube videos. And I think I got it down. So Kristin's going to be yarn ball winding at my house. We're just going to have like yarn ball winding parties. It's that much fun, you guys. That much fun. It's amazing. So pretty excited about that yarn ball winder. She does not have a name yet, but she should.
She should.
Because she got a lot of sassy attitude. She's so sassy. And she only likes to be touched a certain way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she needs a name. She needs a sassy name. And so that's it.
Fun.
Yeah. Halloween knitting. Just the day before Halloween. It's the best.
It's when you do it.
Yeah. So Kristin is the only one of us who has finished objects because I knitted 1 socks. None of them are a pair.
It's called crazy socks. You just wear 2 unmatched socks.
Patterns are different. Nothing.
It works. Hey, as long as you got 2 socks, you can put them on.
This is why I don't knit 1 at a time socks. I was just like, I got 1 sock now.
Yep.
Yeah. 1 sock.
But
what you got, Kristin?
Well, I did a little knitting for Halloween. I got to get to all the right information so I tell it right. This is the Thicc Witch Hat by Sundaughter. And I made it out of Cloudborn Roving. It was stuff out of my stash that I had. And, I think it's a lot of fun. And I just got this band on it today. I just kind of finished it up right before. And I didn't wear it for Halloween, I admit. But it's ready for next Halloween.
That's right. We're preparing for Halloween 2023.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. Learned some stuff to put this brim on. You use a floral wreath. Got that at Michael's. And it was pretty easy other than that. So had a lot of fun and enjoyed making it. And hopefully we'll have some time to wear it next year.
I have some questions for Kristin.
What?
So, like, when I think of floral wreaths, I think of the green ones that have, like, the multiple rows.
Right.
Did this one have multiple rows?
No, it's just a single hoop.
Okay. And
you can get it in 14 inch and 16 inch. The hat pattern comes in 3 sizes, so you can make small for smaller people. And larger, and you can either get a 14-inch for the smaller one. This did call for a 16-inch, and I did not think it was going to fit. And there was no way in God's green earth this thing was going to fit. But it was at night, and it was the night before Halloween, and I was going to make it work come hell or high water. That was just the way it was going to be. I didn't care what I had to do. So my husband and I like to sit and watch Netflix. This must have been like a Friday or Saturday night, and and it was not working. I said, I'm just going to soak it because it's roving. This is cloudborne roving. But that stuff will stretch. So I soaked it for like over an hour, and then I get it out, and you have to crochet the binding off onto the wire. And I'm like pulling and tugging and pulling and tugging. I'm doing all of this. Get a few more stitches. Pull and tug. I made it work.
It's beautiful.
It was amazing.
Looks fun.
I had my upper arm outwork that day doing bind off. It was. But yeah, I like it. I think it's a lot of fun. And it was funny. I was standing in Michael's, and I was trying to figure out, I wanted to put a hat band and some glitter and some glitz on it. And I said, the question of the day was, do I want a classy hat or do I want a kitschy hat? So we went with classy.
I think you have mastered it. It's beautiful.
So anyway,
it's super fun, Kristin. I love it.
We are all ready, and hopefully I might just wear it to work just because some days you have to wear the witch's hat to work, whether you want to or not.
So true. I went to work as a flamingo.
There you go.
So, and a witch the day before, because I was like, how can I combine this? So,
a witchy flamingo?
A witchy flamingo.
That's what you need.
It's pretty much appropriate.
So, that is the Thicc Witch Hat. I'll take it off now because it will get warm and I will start sweating. There we go. Fix the hair.
Beautiful.
Oh, is what it is. Okay. So Halloween. Oh, and what's the name again?
Eddie Detter.
Eddie Detter is wearing a shawl that I finished.
Mm-hmm.
This is called Unity by Jennifer Weissman. The brown is called Prime Alpaca Oatmeal. We got it at the SAF, Southeastern Animal Fiber Festival, a few years ago, and it just came in a big ball, and it just said Prime Alpaca Color Oatmeal. And there wasn't anything else on it, but it's great. As far as I know, it's 100% alpaca. They're very soft. And then the mini skeins came from the same place. We're met for another project, but you know how that goes. Things don't always go where you intend them to go.
So true.
So yeah, it really is soft, and I love the colors for fall. So they look great.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's really cool. I love this puppy yellow.
Yeah.
I also have shoes to match this.
Do you?
By the way, I do. They're mustard yellow, and I think this would be beautiful.
Really?
Just in case.
Just in case? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah. I have a lot of shoes, you guys. So.
And then I'm wearing, I finished this quite a while ago. Today was actually the first day I put it on. Don't know why, but it took me a long time to block and then weave in the ends. You know how you finish it and then you don't want to do the rest of it. So I finally got it all done. This is the No Need to Panic sweater by Casapinka. And I made it out of Emma's Yarn Drapey DK. That's 70% merino and 30% silk. So, and I did kind of a fade on it.
So pretty.
So yeah. So I used 3 different colors, and it's a nice pattern. It's an easy pattern, and she really made it for people that had never made a sweater before. So it's very doable. The directions are incredibly clear. I got a friend of mine who'd never done this kind of work before to make it with me, and she's still working on hers, but she's doing just fine. And so it's a very doable sweater. Got the yarn at the Black Mountain Yarn Shop.
Oh, yeah. Our favorite.
Yes.
Well, not our second favorite. The Tangled Yarn. So, do you knit it top down?
It is a top-down sweater, so there isn't really any seaming. There are German short rows in the back. You don't have to do them. I made my friend do them. She was like, I won't do them, because she was scared. And I said, tough luck, you're going to do them, because it fits so much better when you do the short rows in the back. And she did them, and I said, how was it? Not bad. So don't be scared to try something new. German short rows are, I sit there with the video on, when I get to the turn, I watch it the whole 9 yards. So when I did the witch's hat, it took me half an hour to figure out how to crochet bind it off around the hoop. That took me forever. I was just like, you got to be joking me. I have no idea what this is. It's always good to learn something new. So yeah, there are German short rows in there. You don't have to use. This is very simple patterning, and then no seaming.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, I often will, especially with learning new cast-ons, I will get I'll have my laptop right in front of me and do it while I'm watching. So
always.
Yeah.
And then when I get to the turn again, I go back 2 seconds and I watch it again and I do it again and always.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And and I've done German short rows many times, but it's always a long time between each one. So I always go back. I have my favorite video. Thank you very much. Yeah. I bring it up.
How do I do this again? Yeah.
Always.
How did we live without YouTube?
I have no idea.
I mean, I learned to change a tire off of YouTube. While I was like, surely I can do this, right? Let me pull it on my cell phone. I just don't know how.
Yeah.
I feel like I can fix it. I fixed a toilet once during a party because I was like, I can look this up on YouTube and I have my phone right here. And I did. So, yeah, yay for YouTube. And, yeah, sometimes there's some, awful things on there, but sometimes it's just, life skills. You're like,
it's amazing.
How did I not know this?
I know.
Yeah, it's great.
Always. So those are all of my finished objects.
You did some impressive Halloween knitting. I'm a little jealous because I was literally trying to finish a sweater for Halloween that can only be worn on Halloween, you guys. I did not.
But your knitting is impressive. It looks gorgeous.
I talked myself into making a short sleeve sweater. And then I started knitting that short sleeve sweater, and I was like, I can't make a short sleeve sweater. That's lame. It's not lame, you guys. I'm not knocking short sleeve sweaters. It's not for me. I need the sleeves. So, here it is. And we can shame me all that you want. Because
no shame.
I really did start it with the intent. I really wanted it to happen. This is the Let's Boogie. You can see there we go. It's not blocked because I didn't finish it. I did so much hard work on all these yarn overs and slip knits and color work.
We have ghosts, candy corn. It's beautiful.
It is. And this is all Barocco vintage yarn. I kind of deep down in my soul wanted to do bright colors. But y'all, it's a sweater that I can only wear once a year, and sometimes you just have to go with the most affordable choice for that. I will take that over the $300 Madeline Tosh arms that I really wanted. So, yeah. So, plus I was trying to hurry up and finish it, so I had to get yarn that I could get at my local yarn store, not yarn that had to be shipped to me, because that's shipping delays are crazy still.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really happy with it. Obviously, I'm doing sleeve. There it is. There's the sleeve. And this will be for Halloween 2023, which is fine. And then I'll have time to make all my little ghosties with you go back in with the duplicate stitch and make the faces on the ghosts, which is great. But you guys, y'all know what my nemesis is here. Look at that. All those ends. All of them. So, I'm going to need till 2023 for that. So, but I love it. I love knitting this. It was fun. Yeah.
It looks great. And
Thanks.
It's going to be a wonderful Halloween sweater.
Beautiful. Also, this year for Halloween, it was actually cold. And I could have worn it. But I didn't have it done. So... That could have been my Halloween costume for trick-or-treaters.
That could have been. An
unfinished sweater. There we go. 2023.
There we go.
I'm going to be a finished sweater.
Did you see, what I always like is when Rhinebeck has happened. And when you look at the Rhinebeck pictures, and a whole bunch of people have sweaters that aren't done. So they have their GPNs in their sweater sleeve.
Yeah.
I think
all
it's a
those
fashion
Rhinebeck
thing.
sweaters were so pretty this year.
They were.
5 years ago, I actually did go to Rhinebeck. It was amazing. I'm glad I went. And yeah, you just go in there and you're like, everyone's wearing something different knitted, and everyone will just tell you about their knitting.
Yeah.
And that always makes, I'm just like, what are you wearing? What did you knit? What is that? And they'll tell you about it. Yeah. Yeah, those are my people. Okay, so other things. Well, you guys. So I was already mid-sweater when I started the Halloween sweater, but I was like, I gotta stop. And I'm gonna knit that Halloween sweater that I didn't knit. So I also have another sweater. I got on a sweater kick for a while.
You did.
Yep. Hold on, let's pull this. So I'm still stash knitting, by the way. I did buy the Halloween sweater yarn, but that's it. I have been good. I haven't been good this year, you guys. I have. So this is the Soldotna Crop. Soldotna Crop. And I went for a more tonal, because obviously pink is my jam. And Kristin actually got me this yarn. It's Moondrake fibers. It's Pink Salt is the name of the colorway that's the main body of this. You guys, I love this sweater so much.
It's gorgeous.
It's
gorgeous.
It's the purple is yarn that I dyed, just a DK weight. The white is Madeline Tosh Farmhouse White or Antler, and then the pink is the Moondrake, and this like dark kind of navy blue is Ceremony by Madeline Tosh. So it's probably my favorite, like kind of indigo. It's kind of it's not really a navy, but it's not really a purple. It's in between. So yeah, I split the sleeves. Look, I got a sleeve. There it is. Here's my sleevey. But I stopped in the body so I could knit the Halloween sweater that I didn't finish. What happened was over the summer, I discovered H&M, and I bought a whole ton of like summer maxi dresses. And I was like, how do I make those maxi dresses work in the winter?
Sure.
And I was like, I'll just knit a sweater, and then I can wear the sweater like a crop top over the maxi dress. It's going to look amazing.
Yes.
This is going to look amazing over that. I just got to finish it before it gets cold, before it gets warmer. Right. So I think I'm going to be able to finish this now that I can not knit a Halloween sweater every day for a week.
Yes, it looks gorgeous. Your color choices are really nice.
Thanks. And I literally got all this stuff out of my stash. I like love having that option, just like, I want to knit this, whatever. I picked up another sweater to knit, too. I don't have that yarn in my stash. I might have it end of the year. Amy needs some yarn. But I've done really, you guys, like I told you I was going to knit out of my stash all this year, and I've done really, really well. The only thing I've gotten are my yarn sock of the month club and the Barogo stuff for my Halloween sweaters. Yay!
Yay, you!
Yay! I went in there and I was like, God, my yarn stash looks so empty. It does not. That is a lie. When I say that is a lie.
I don't think she's used up enough for it to look.
Mm-hmm. And then, my last but not least, I finally started my Zimtstern by Melanie Berg. So, can we just talk about her patterns for a little bit? I love her designs.
Yes.
I love them so much. But, like, in her patterns, it's like, it's divided into sections, and then it's like, those sections are like, pattern part A, pattern part B, pattern part C, and you have to go back and look what those are. And for writing a pattern, I think that's great. But when you're actually like knitting it and trying to follow it, it's a little rough.
Yes. Yes.
And I'm doing like 200 repeats of like the same 2 rows.
Yeah.
It just seems like you could just do the same 2 rows.
Yeah.
In the I don't know. That's my thought on it. It's a beautiful pattern. I'm pretty excited. My other colors in this are this like really pretty green. Do you remember this? We got this at Yeah, this is the green. I was like, what am I gonna knit with? But you guys may be able to see it's got like these green and gold speckles.
Yeah,
it's a really unusual color for me. Like I was like, what am I gonna use this for? With this, and then it's got a mosaic pattern to it. And instead of black, so I'm going to use that as the background color for the mosaic. And it's going to have this pretty navy. It's an Emma's yarn color. I'm looking for it in here. I'm sorry, guys. I was not prepared to talk about it. Anyways, it's this very pretty, like, navy blue.
Ooh, nice.
So it's going to be navy blue green and this gold color. And then at the bottom, I'm going to do a solid green.
Mm-hmm.
God, I'm so pretty.
It is. That's going to be gorgeous.
Yeah. Hopefully that's going to be closer to being done next time. I mean, no promises. My knitting time is crazy. Okay, so that's it. I only have knitted sweaters, apparently, for forever. I just was like, forget this sock situation. I want some sweaters. And I did. I knitted another sweater that is, y'all know I didn't weave in so it's not ready to be seen. We'll talk about it next week. So,
next time.
Yeah.
Next time.
It's beautiful. I'm excited.
I saw a picture.
It's beautiful blue. It's beautiful. So yeah, it'll be, those ends will get loaded in.
Great.
I promise.
Can't wait to see it.
I can't wait to see what you're about to show too.
Oh, okay. So, I've got 2 whips. I have started a lace shawl because I love lace. I do. So,
To me, like,
yep. So this is, I'm going to get the name right. Talking to my Irish husband, how do I pronounce this Irish name? It is Killarone Shawl by Erin Clayton of Erneen Designs. And I'm using for this sail yarn. It's like a leftover yarn, to be quite honest. So what happened was my sister and I went to a place in Colorado, and I wish I could remember the name. It's a nice little tourist town, and they have this beautiful yarn shop, and she gets from Handmaiden Vagabond Fleet Artist this yarn that they're trying to get rid of. There's something wrong with it. It didn't dye right. There's too many knots in it. End of stash. I don't know what. And then they sell it for just per gram, and this was very inexpensive. So I got 2 of these. So it is 100% BFL, and it feels lovely. And I hope to get this done. It's going to be a gorgeous sweater. I've got 2 repeats done, and I have a repeat and a half left.
okay.
And I'll end up with 400 and some odd stitches. So, you know.
Gotta be binding off for a little bit.
For a little bit, yes. The rows are now taking, you know, it's becoming more of a commitment to start a row. Like, do I have enough time to just do 1 row? But yeah, I really enjoy it. And the lace pattern is really nice. It's 6 stitches long.
Oh, nice.
So it's really easy to memorize. It's, 36 line repeat. But when you only have to memorize 6 stitches, you know, that's really easy. And then in the middle, as you can see, it's a bunch of stockinette with just eyelets. So like half of it is just stockinette with an eyelet row.
It's really pretty.
So yeah, it's a fun pattern, and it's a Netflix and chill pattern, and I can take this out. This is my to-go to knit in public. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to getting that done. I also got some others from that store, and a beautiful green and a purple, and it's going to be gorgeous. And then I'm knitting a pattern that Amy knit a while ago, but I'm making it for a friend. So I am making the Wednesday sweater by Petite Knit, but I'm doing it in different yarn. This is the Wednesday sweater that I have.
Pretty. Oh, sorry.
It's all right. So I have the body pretty much done. I just have to do a little bit more ribbing on the bottom, and then we have to do, what is the name of that bind off?
The devil's bind off.
Yeah. That's why it hasn't gotten done yet, and it's been stuck here for like the last month because I don't want to do that bind off.
It's time consuming, and it's like Kitchener stitch.
It's a Kitchener stitch. It really is Kitchener stitch bind off.
Like, you have to sit down and commit yourself to that because you can't not lose your place.
Yeah.
You know what I love about this pattern?
Uh-huh.
Ours look completely different, just like from the yarn.
Right.
Like, it's so nice that, I mean, really the yarn makes that sweater.
Oh, definitely, definitely. definitely. So this is going to be for a friend, and I have to get it done before winter's over with. So I must commit to. If I can just sit down and get these bind-offs done, then we can start on the
Then you
sleeves.
gotta do the neck.
Yeah.
I love this.
A joy.
I love this pattern, you guys.
But it's a 1x1.
But it is you knit it once and you're never going back.
The yarn is Wizard by Baroku.
I love this yarn.
And it's a chainette. And it's really soft, and I think it's going to be really warm. It's 100%.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Kristin.
It's fine.
You can definitely tell the difference. Mine was 100% wool for that one day in North Carolina that I can wear it when it's cold.
Mm-hmm.
And this is so much lighter.
Yeah.
And, like, mine is very dense, and it's a heavy sweater.
Yeah.
And this is very, like,
very light.
It's still heavy.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, it's going to keep you warm, but it's like fluffy.
It is. It's fluffy. And my whole point of picking that pattern out was I wanted to be able to layer, to put a bunch of layers underneath and then have like the warm coat on top. That's still comfortable.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm very happy with the pattern, except for the fancy pants bind off I don't want to do that I've been putting off.
Just wait till you get to the neckline.
Oh, I know. That's 1x1 ribbing for 9 inches. So much fun.
Yeah.
But it's going to be gorgeous.
It is going to be pretty.
Absolutely gorgeous. So those are my 2 whips.
Nice. I still really love that orange pop in that. I'm
Yeah,
thinking
nice.
about. I'm like, man, would I knit that sweater again?
No. I think what you could do though is that you could change the bind off, and you could change the neck, and do instead of a 1x1, do a 2x2, and just do a basic bind off, and it would be fine.
Yeah. It has the front and the back at the bottom aren't connected, so it has like a split. Right. So you could definitely do something that isn't quite that bind off for sure. Like that would be easy. Yeah, so.
Yeah. It's just to make it look really nice, and I'd never done it before, and I was following the pattern, so I wanted to do what it called for. But you can definitely modify it; it wouldn't make a hill of beans.
Yeah, yeah. I do like that it's not joined all the way down because, for me, I have a little bit of a tummy, a little bit. And that, I think, the fit is much, much nicer.
Well, exactly, exactly. Yeah. It's just very, it's what I wanted it to be a sweater that she could just throw on in the house and cuddle up in.
It is,
and just and it wasn't meant to be a fancy sweater, just a very usable sweater.
It's really pretty. It's pretty. I love those colors.
Yeah, and I like the yarn. It's so nice and soft. So I think it'd be very cuddly. So there are our whips.
Yeah. I'm really going to have a sweater done. I'm really trying, you guys. I felt like I got motivated. And I was like, I need a sweater. Like, I need something to show for this. And I finished the one. I was like, oh, I want to do this other sweater. Like, my whole first page of Ravelry Q right now is all sweaters. And, that'll be great when it's 90, 100 degrees in July and I'm knitting sweaters. So eventually I do want to go back to socks.
Yeah.
And a lot of fun. I love knitting socks. And I keep getting self-striping sock yarn, you guys. Like, all of it. All the yarn I get this year is self-striping. And
so pretty.
Ask me how many socks that I made out of self-striping. Not one. Not one.
But
sock.
that was one thing that I think there are some patterns out there, but I don't know how many, and I think that it's something I would really want to look into is people do these amazing sets, right? You can get one mini, sometimes you get 2 minis, sometimes it's self-striping, sometimes it's not, but they always sell them as sock sets, and I'm like, I love these sets, and I love the colors together, but I am not a sock knitter. I'm never going to be. It's just the way it is.
I mean,
I want to use these, and I've got a couple of these sets at home because they were so pretty. I love the colors together. So I want patterns that use these sets that are not socks.
Let's make that our challenge for next week is to find some patterns that would work great with self-striping.
That's what I want is, self-striping or a self-striping sock yarn or even just a sock set yarn. You've got something, you made one with 1 or 2 extra minis. I think that there's a shawl in there. I think that there's tops. I think there's other options. Like you can use these to do like the edgings of things or a little design in the middle.
Double points right at my face. I was like, you need safety goggles.
They're so beautiful.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And like this is a color. Like this has pink in it. You guys know how I feel about pink. This is a colorway that I never would pick for myself. I'd be
Right.
like, oh, that's pretty. But now that I have it, I'm like, oh, this is great for fall. Like, this is going to be a great
Right.
pair of socks. Or whatever I decide to do with it. It's not socks. But that's why I like her yarn clubs. Is it's all very pretty. Like, all the colorways I've gotten
Right.
have been amazing.
So say who this is.
This is Freckled Whimsey. And this is the November colorway. It's called Vintage Photograph. But yeah, you guys can see it's got some orange, lots of brown, some gray. I guess it's grayish because it's beige and gray mixed together. It's the hipster color name. Some mauve. I guess that's mauve. But yeah, I just love this. And I just, all of her colorways this year have been like colorways that are really pretty that if I was in the store, I wouldn't go, hey, I want to buy that. I'd go, oh, that's pretty, but I'm not going to buy that. And now I have it, and I'm like, oh, that's going to be really pretty. Like, it makes me kind of adventurous.
Gets you out of your box.
Uncomfortable. Yeah. I'm always going to buy the pink yarn, you guys. If your yarn is pink, I will buy it. Not even going to try to not buy it. If it's pink, I will buy it. But, like, I just like that. That now I'm like, oh, that's really pretty. Yeah, I'm going to knit with that because it's out of my comfort zone. So, yeah. Yeah, my one. That's my one. I've been so good.
She's good.
Guys,
She's been very good.
all the times where I'm like, man, that's pretty yarn, but I'm not going to buy it.
Because you're a better person than I.
I tried.
You succeeded.
I have. But you know what? Next year that's off because apparently I'm going to Canada to a yarn festival in May. That's my trip for next year. Angela and I are going to go.
Fantastic.
I want to say Toronto, but it may not be Toronto. But yeah, we were like, let's pick a random yarn festival and let's go. And we're gonna go to Canada. I'm gonna meet like one of those Mountie guys, who's like the Canadian. It's gonna be amazing. I'm gonna have stories. Yeah. Drunk Amy, there's a YouTube video somewhere out there in the world how I cannot say Canada when I'm drunk. I call it Canadia. And I'm just literally laughing. Somewhere that video. One day, I'm going to be doing something important with my life. And somebody's going to find that video and be like, see, Amy can't ever be the Prime Minister of Canada because she calls it Canadia. I don't know why. I also tried to open a wine bottle with a heel once. Wow.
Did that work?
No.
No?
No, but you can do it with a screw. If you don't have a corkscrew, you can like screw it in. And now I just never leave home without my electric yarn or my electric bottle opener and corkscrew. So we're fine. But yeah. Or my electric yarn ball winder. That's going to go with me everywhere. It's amazing, you guys.
All right, next time you have to have a name for it.
Okay. Yarnita? See, that sounds sassy.
There you go, Yarnita. Very good.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. We'll see what sticks.
Okay.
I'll go up there and wind some skeins of yarn, you guys, for that sweater that I'm going to knit. We'll see. I know. Isn't it pretty? I'm so just proud of myself.
I think that this needs to get done because I want to see you wearing it with your pretty dresses.
I do. It's white, and I have like a navy blue one.
Yeah.
I have an orange one I got to knit a sweater for, too.
Well, finish this one.
Okay. This is going to get finished.
It's gorgeous.
Thanks. All right, Kristin.
Yes.
Let's see your yarn of amazingness.
So, we all know what happened to Roe versus Wade. And at that time, the old rusted chair decided to come up with a yarn called Let Me Tell You About My Uterus. And I was in the mood, after all that went down, to get some yarn called Let Me Tell You About My Uterus. So this is Squishy DK, and it's 100% merino, superwash merino, and I think it's gorgeous. I've decided that DK is my yarn.
Yeah, I do love a DK yarn.
Because it takes less commitment than a fingering. It still looks really nice. It's not a worsted, but it doesn't take near as long to do things with, and I really like the DK. A fingering sweater would take me, I don't know,
it takes a long time, you guys.
forever and a day, whereas a DK sweater Not so bad.
I feel like I knitted the winter wheat. It's a cardigan. It's a beautiful cardigan. One day I'll wear it. And it's like 4,000 yards of fingering, and I was just like, what did I do to myself?
Yeah, see, exactly. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I had other plans. They haven't happened, but I love it, and I will always support people who have names like this. Then my husband and I went on vacation. We were celebrating our 30th wedding anniversary.
Congratulations.
Thank you. We are an old married couple, as boring as they come. And we went one day and drove around and ended up in Franklin, North Carolina.
Where is that?
It's an hour or so out of Bryson.
Okay, yeah.
And of course, he thought I was just picking it randomly. Of course I knew there was a yarn store there. I said, let's go to Franklin. It's supposed to be a cute little town. We get in, I said, okay, so we're going to go down here and over here, all right? And he's like, what? And I said, well, there might be a yarn shop. Then he said, where's the bar? And I said, I don't know, sweetie. I'll let you find that, but I'll be in the yarn shop.
That's awesome.
So,
let's drive down this street. Oh.
So I found this yarn there, and I've never heard of this company before. It's called RMR Yarn Company, and that's their symbol. I had no idea what they were. It is Ligero, Ligero Merino, Ligero.
I tried to Google a little bit about it, but apparently it's just like a lot of fleece.
Okay.
And felted kind of stuff. So it's very interesting.
Had no idea, but it's 100% superwash. It's called Aurora. And I just really liked it because I love teal and pink.
You do love teal and pink.
Those are my colors. So I have no clue what I'm doing with it, but it's going to be pretty. That's all I got to know about it. So that is RMR.
It's pretty.
It is. So then, that was bad, girl. We have a local hand dyer called Hand Dye Diva, and they had this yarn. They call it the homegrown fingering, and this is the mini, and it's called the homegrown fingering mini, and the yarn name is Freaky, which I thought was appropriate. These are my colors. I love them all. The neat thing about this is that this is 100% North Carolina grown Rambouillet, I'm saying that wrong, and merino wool. It is milled in North Carolina, and of course the Hand Dye Divas are here in North Carolina, so this is 100% North Carolina yarn. And I love the thought of that.
Yay.
And I loved the colors, and it was a mini, and I decided that since we are starting over again, or restarting, or whatever we want to call it, rebooting, we needed something nice. So we now have matching minis. We may have to do something with this.
We should.
Okay.
Ooh.
So, but I love the thought of supporting, of course, small businesses, but also the whole concept of it being 100% North Carolina was just a wonderful thought. So I like that.
It's so bright. This orange is so pretty there.
It is. It is.
I'm like on an orange kick. Like your orangey has inspired me to go knit something orange or purple.
So
I'll knit orange after my sweater.
All right. So I then have been doing a bunch of DPN knitting. And that's something that we're going to see more of in the next episode. But I didn't have any DPN holders. So, the DPNs love to fall out, whatever, or get shoved out or whatever. So I decided I needed DPN holders. So, of course, I went on Etsy. Love to support the small businesses. And I'm finding the right name. They're Precious Knits on Etsy. Of course, I'll have the link below. The Lindsay Zara is the owner, and she makes a lot of different stuff for fibers, but she makes these DPN cozies, which just, you can use 2 different sizes of DPNs, I think 6s and 8s or something like this. So you put the DPNs in there, and it keeps them from being pushed out. What I really like about these is what they say. This one says, nevertheless, she persisted. So, love that. And then this one says, Fresh out of fucks.
Yeah, I like that one.
I love this one too. So they're on the sassy side, which completely.
It's not you at all.
No, never. I'm never sassy. And it's a great fit for the shenanigans.
Mm-hmm. Very good fit for the shenanigans. I really like these.
And
I really like these a lot.
they're very
Do you
well
think
made.
you could like put your project in because it's got that gap? Is that what that's made for?
Okay, so
let's
get out your
try.
DPNs.
Let's try because conveniently I have sleeves.
I know.
Like, do you think I could
All right,
like?
so what you do is you're gonna have to get these so that they
Oh, yeah.
fold.
Oh, there we go. Okay, like
Okay,
it already.
like that. And then you're gonna put this in here like that. And then you just snap, since you got the big ones, you just put it like that. And now,
You guys, this is literally perfect.
and now those DPNs can't get pushed out or pulled out when you travel with
This
them.
is great. This is great. Look,
Yeah.
nothing's happening. I can whatever with all of this.
So you must.
Ooh.
Those are what, 6 inches or 8 inches?
I don't know.
Well, let's take a look.
Let's go across the top of your paper.
That's 8 inch.
Okay.
So those are 8 inches. So it has
Okay.
2 sets of buttons here. So with the 8 inches, you're going to do the 2 wide ones, and then if you're going to use a 6 inch, you can use the ones that are closer together here.
That's great.
And
And
that
then
will
my
hold them
project like just comes
Yep.
like that.
Yeah. So
Put some of this
when I
on
get my
Christmas
DPN,
list.
when I'm working on DPNs, these are going to be fantastic. So I'm looking forward to using those. And then last but not least, say that correctly because I'm going to say it wrong.
I don't think I say it correctly. Chiagoo.
It-
Chiagoo?
Is it
Chiagoo?
Chiagoo? Chiagoo?
If you ever watch this, Chiagoo, please let us know how to correctly say
We have no
that,
idea how to
because
say it, but I love it. So I'm a
I think
big.
that's like chia,
Well, that's what I thought, but I've heard
But-
people say
chow.
Chiagoo.
Because it kind of sounds
Yeah.
like Chiagoo. Okay.
I've heard Chiagoo. I don't know, but anyway, I have those needles.
We love your needles.
Those are my needles,
That's what I have.
and I have I have 2 interchangeable sets. Don't ask. And then I bought, of course, the Shorties in the red pouch and in the blue pouch. And guess what they came out with? Some more. So these are actually twists. So these are the twist yellow Shorties. They are yellow. I mean, they're yellow. They're 3 inches and their size is 9 to 11. So the red and the blue are tiny and medium, and then these are basically the larges. So as soon as they came out, I knew that I needed them because they have to complete my set. Thank you very much. And this is my most favorite of all needles. And so I'm very excited to have these. And I'll show you the needles. So they come in these little packets, and they're 3 inches long. And then you have the cords. So these are going to be what's going to be used when I get to this sleeves of the sweater. And then they also come with other
God, this is so handy.
other handy little things and all the ditties to go with.
Oh.
I put in a lot of nice stoppers
yeah.
and
The little
whatever.
heart thing is nice. You can grab them in.
Right, and a little grabber. So, and you see those in all the other stuff too. Well, actually, I don't know that they have the heart grabber, but
No,
anyway.
the heart grabber's new. That's
Yeah.
nice. These
But
are
these-
so little.
They are.
Look,
I
look,
love
you
them.
guys.
I love them.
So tiny.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
They fit your hands.
They do.
So that
Put that
was
on
my
Christmas list.
well, I could have waited till Christmas. I was thinking about Christmas lists and I forget it.
I try not to buy myself stuff after like Halloween because I'm like Christmas gifts, but then I made the exception for Jason Momoa action figure, and now I'm just like, why not do what I want?
There you go. I think that's
Jason
wise.
Momoa.
So that's all that I had.
Wow, such an exciting time.
It is. And I've been, I went shopping because I was on vacation, so it's hard for me not to buy vacation yarn. That's usually
that's
when
a
I
souvenir. That's a souvenir.
Right.
That's
like
not
the orange
yarn
yarn I
money.
got when I was out in Colorado. I was at a class. I was staying with my sister, and she wanted to go yarn shopping. And how can I walk in and say this is a very lovely yarn shop, but I won't buy anything?
Yeah, that's souvenir yarn, so it doesn't count.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely feel like I've done really well with sticking to by not buying yarn. I think I bought maybe one skein because I needed it to finish the project, but it literally went from the box to the winder
Well, I
to
think it doesn't count.
So it doesn't.
If you're trying to use up yarn in your stash and you need something added to it to use it,
Yeah.
I don't think that counts because it's not going in your stash. It's being used and you're going to have a net negative.
Yeah.
So, because that happens. I mean, you've got 2 of the 3 colors, or you need one more skein, or, you know.
But I did find that unicorn sweater the other day in the adult size.
I showed her, there's a new unicorn sweater. There's unicorns here. And I thought, oh, that's so Amy.
It has little hearts on the bottom. And so I may have gone yarn shopping to look if I could find something that I want. And I'm not settled on anything yet, but that's probably going to be the first real yarn purchase. Like, I'm not going to be mad at myself about it. So I feel like I deserve a unicorn sweater because, you guys, I love unicorns and glitter and Jason Momoa. And if Jason Momoa could be knit into a sweater, I would knit that sweater too. But I haven't figured that out yet. I will. But right now I want to make that unicorn sweater. So I am probably going to buy yarn.
But are you going to buy yarn for the whole thing or just for the solid color?
Oh no, I'm buying the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I thought the
I mean, I
probably
have
have something.
I think it's DK, which kind of...
You're a fingering girl?
I have a lot more fingering than I do DK. I have a lot of DK. We're not going to say I don't. But I don't think that I have, like, 3 skeins of DK that would be the same color. For, like, this was easy because it was, like, I had the 2 skeins for the main color, and everything else is just, like, leftover extra. So that was a little easier, but this I'm gonna need like full skeins for. And you know what? That's okay because it's gonna be speckled and pink and hot pink. I don't know. It's gonna be amazing. So that'll probably be after I finish a sweater from over here. I will.
Don't make it in really heavy yarn.
Oh, it's DK weight, so we're okay. I'll be able to wear it at least a week.
At least a week instead of just a hot 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
All right.
I'm going to try to finish this before the weather turns cold because this is a little dense.
It is.
With all that. Because all that color work.
I know. It just doubles it.
Yeah, it does.
So.
It's beautiful.
It is.
Look at that.
It's gorgeous.
Anyway, so that is us. And next time we will be not Halloween, and it's going to probably be Christmassy. No, we'll have a Thanksgiving one. In our house, we're not allowed to do Christmas before Thanksgiving because Dr. Tom's birthday is right before Thanksgiving, and he got his wish that we would not do Christmas before Thanksgiving. But I do have 8 Christmas trees.
Say that again. 8.
There are 8 Christmas trees. So, because I really like Christmas a lot. Yeah, a lot. It's the one time a year I can put glitter in every single room, and no one can argue with me. So, I really enjoy that a lot. So yeah, maybe we should do ugly Christmas sweaters for after Thanksgiving. We'll put that on the thing. But so we're gonna do Thanksgiving. And there are no plans for turducken this year, even though we had a turducken last year. We might have turducken for Christmas because I'm not cooking Thanksgiving this year.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, we're doing that elsewhere.
I think that we're going to have a very quiet Thanksgiving at home.
I remember when Tom and I first moved in together and we did like a Boston Market Thanksgiving where they did everything and you just went and picked up your box and it was like a turkey and all your sides. And those were the best because it was done and there was no mess. And you ate with plastic forks if you really wanted to. Now I'm going to have to put on stretchy pants. I'm already going to bake dessert. I
don't know. My traditional Thanksgiving dinner is lasagna.
Oh, yeah. We do a Christmas Eve lasagna or Christmas Day lasagna.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm sorry, Kristin. We always did lasagna Christmas Day, because we did like a big family Christmas Eve, and then we had Christmas morning where you did all your presents, and then normally there was like a breakfast casserole, which I've yet to master in my entire adult life.
The Christmas
Christmas breakfast casserole
has not worked out.
It's not. It's never been a success. I've tried many. If you guys have good Christmas breakfast casseroles, send them. Post them below, because Amy needs them. But yeah, I'd like to wake up and just
throw it in.
Yeah. I don't know.
All right, we'll think about that.
Yeah. So, that's it. It's been fun. I'm glad I got to see Kristin again. Kristin, you guys may have not, I don't know if you want me to mention it.
It's all right.
Kristin had hip surgery and is walking like a champ. And I'm very excited. We're going to get her back upstairs next week, because while my craft room looks amazing, I'm still in Halloween mood. So upstairs in the hallway is like boxes of Halloween stuff that I didn't use. And I was like, we'll just stay down here. I have like a 7-foot long dining room table. It's ridiculous.
I think it looks great.
Yeah. So we'll be up there probably soon. You guys can see how much of my yarn stash I've not used and I did. So,
and we will have completed projects, because over my dead body, this sweater's going to get done.
We're going to knit some sweaters.
There's going to be sweater knitting going on.
Oh, Shazam. You guys are going to be like, what did Amy knit? I knitted a sweater and another sweater. And then I knitted that sweater. I'm going to have all the sweaters. That's my goal.
She's going to do all the sweaters.
And then come January, I'm going to be a sock knitter again.
Maybe. Or a hat knitter.
Oh my God. You know what I want to knit?
What?
That has like got me so excited to knit? The autumn Doodle Cowl. Look it up.
Another Doodle Cowl, because you finished a Doodle Cowl last year.
I did the Pixel Doodle Cowl.
Uh-huh.
So cute. Yeah. So I was looking at it and I was like, God, if it wasn't past Halloween, I would knit that. But they have like acorns and leaves in it, and I was like,
cute.
There's so much I want to knit.
I know. It's the problem is that, I see something and I go, oh, that would be so much fun. Oh, I want to do it. And then I look at what the stuff I already need to do, and I'm like, oh, I'll never get to it. I bought a new book. I might bring it next time.
Oh, what book? Oh, well, we'll talk about it next time.
Yeah.
We'll leave you in suspense.
It's called Stripes.
Mm.
And I keep telling myself, you bought that book. It's a beautiful book. And I really need to make something out of it. So I need to, curtail some of my other knitting to break that out. It's going to be gorgeous.
That's okay. Someone was going to knit an entire book of socks this year. Then I was like, forget socks. I ain't doing it. So,
life happens, and I think that we just need to be able to say life happens, and it's okay to change. And if plans don't work out, great, let's make new plans.
Yeah.
That's the way it is.
Yeah.
So this is our reboot. I hope that you enjoyed it. We had a good time.
Yeah.
Got a lot of stuff done.
Had some chili, because it was a fall 70-degree day.
80 degrees.
80 degrees. It's so crazy. Last week at this time, I was wearing a sweatshirt and needed the heated blanket and had my heat on.
I had my sweaters out.
Yeah. And this week, I've not been wearing anything but t-shirts.
Exactly. It's crazy.
North Carolina. That's why we don't knit.
All right.
All those sweaters.
Well, it's good seeing you. Thanks for joining us. We hope to see you again soon.
All right. Bye, you guys.
Bye.